A childless woman in our society does not realize the extent of her handicap until she grows old. This is a statement made by one of the characters, Beatrice, in this book. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Uche, and if this is your first time here, you are highly welcome. Please do also click on the subscribe button below and turn on your post notifications so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. So guys, in this video I will be reviewing the book Behind the Clouds by Ifeoma Okoye. So this is Nigerian fiction, Nigerian classic that was published in 1982. It is set in the eastern part of Nigeria, majorly in Enugu State, and it tells the story of this couple, EJ and her beloved husband, Dozie. They had been married for over 5 years without any issue. So they actually met while they were in London. EJ was working then and Dozie was in school, so they began this love, even though her friend had discouraged her that okay, the normal, this one is a Nigerian man, he's only with you because he wants you to maintain him and all that. But contrary to that opinion, they ended up together, and things turned around for Dozie. Now he was the full provider. He set up his business when they moved back to Nigeria, and he was doing so well for himself. Dozie was wealthy. EJ had nothing that she lacked. She didn't work, but she was helping him out in his business, and it was a beautiful union. But these pain points that they had: no children in the family, and Dozie was all cool about it, but he can afford to be cool about it. His relatives, they are not going to be that considerate. So there was Dozie's mother, being all mean to EJ, not minding that, oh, this is the lady that actually helped your son. This money that you're saying your son has is thanks to this lady that helped him. There was just this trouble, and EJ was going from one hospital to the other. She met an acquaintance of hers who took her to one prophet, and it was another ball game. We get to see the rot that can be present in religion, because here the prophet decided to try something funny with her, and we get the revelation that okay, there are people who actually come to his church seeking the fruit of the womb, and he ends up sleeping with them, and these women pass off these children by these prophets to their husbands, so going from one medical treatment to the other. So she was planning to actually go for another medical treatment outside the country when she received the shock of her life. Her husband had impregnated another lady, Virginia by name, and at that point she thought of leaving her husband, leaving a matrimonial home. But she had friends who cared about her, who told her that it wasn't right for her to just up and leave this thing that she had acquired with her husband for someone else that didn't know how they started, to come and enjoy what she had labored for. So she was there. But the thing is, when we look at the relationship dynamics between EJ and Dozie, it was obvious from all pages, all the pages that we're reading, their love was just dripping. It was obvious that they adored each other, they loved each other so much. Their love could stand the test of time until the first tribulation actually came, and we saw that Dozie had actually gotten with this lady in a moment of weakness, and this lady was not budging. Virginia, she packed all her things, came to the house. Of course, he's a wealthy man now, so if Dozie was a poor man, I'm sure Virginia would not do that. But Dozie was wealthy, and it was a house of commotion at that point. Virginia was obviously a troublemaker. She would make trouble, and EJ's mother-in-law didn't make everything okay. Like, okay, it's fine, the first wife cannot give birth, but you do not have to throw it in her face. Like, you can just do your thing and just welcome your new grandchild without having to spite the first wife. But no, Dozie's mother wasn't having any of it, so she was there in the house, trying to just cause extra trouble. Then at a point, EJ could not hold it anymore, and she just packed her things and left with her maid. She got a job at this point, and she just decided to do a thing by herself. So it just went downhill. But thanks for the intervention of friends, things were able to get better, and we get to see that okay, there's actually a whole lot that was going on behind the scene with this new lady that claimed that she was pregnant for Dozier. Yes, so I think paternity fraud was just going on there. So this story is one that in the time that it was written in the 80s, I would say that the author probably wrote this book to address a situation or to address an issue that was paramount in the society at that time. So with new technology, with more knowledge, more information, people know that okay, if a couple is childless, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the woman that's the cause of the problem. But you can cast your mind back to 1980s, how it was when information was not that general for everyone, and if a couple is childless, automatically it's the woman. Maybe she has been promiscuous, she has eaten her womb, that kind of thing. The man is left blameless, but the woman is left to take all the blame, and it's the woman that is subjected to taking different herbs, taking different concoctions, taking different medications, going from one spiritual house to the other, visiting hospitals. It's just crazy. See, in this life, you just do not want to be a married African woman and you're unable to produce children in the first 3 years. The emotional pain that goes with it is crazy. It's really, really crazy. It's different when you give birth to just one child, but when you are unable to even give birth to one, it is crazy. I've seen this play out severally in books, in movies, even in real life situations. It is a constant thing of worry for women in this part of the world. We get to see that men also have issues that could contribute to a couple's childlessness. Talk about low sperm. Yes, it is more rampant than we would want to give credit for. It's a serious issue. It's a serious issue. And we get to see the case of paternity fraud and how someone can just pin pregnancy on your head just because you're wealthy, just because you have the means to provide for them and their children. And we also see the influence of relatives, those relatives that do not live with you day to day, that do not know how you run your household, but they feel like they can pass judgment on your life, on your situation. We see that in the overbearance of Dozier's mother and how she literally made life difficult for her daughter-in-law, EJ. And we see how EJ was very demure, very classy, very, very sweet, the ever understanding wife and daughter-in-law. EJ is she's just an angel in this book, because there are people that you would bring that nonsense to and they will give it to you hot as they hot. The author also does well in showing us other characters, someone like Beatrice, who could not endure the pain of childlessness, and she decided to go through the fraudulent route, and it's just a whole lot of craziness there. So this book is actually very easy to read, very simplistic, in few words, within few pages, churning out the plot of the story, the issue it is meant to address in the society. You can say that this book serves as a cautionary tale to people in the society. It could be relatives, it could be men, it could be women, whatever it is, but this book is just it. I really had a good time reading this book. At this point, I would say I would prefer if the book is republished, because reading it, I saw that there were lots of typographical errors, but it didn't insubstantiate the core of this book, and that is one thing I'm very appreciative of. It has a good ending. We get to also see the tale of restoration, the restoration of love, second chance, a new beginning. This book is just all shades of nice and sweet. That's just basically all I have to say about this book. If you've read Behind the Clouds, this is not the first time I'm reading this book. actually. The first time I read this book was when I was in secondary school. I liked it then. That was why I had to look for it again this time around, because lately I've been stuck in the 80s, I've been stuck in the 90s, I've been stuck in the 60s, I've been stuck in the 70s. I think I'm just pandering from the 60s to the 90s. It's just crazy. I just find myself wanting to read more books that were published in that era, and it's been wonderful, it's been eye-opening, it's been enjoyable, it has been an enjoyable ride all this while, and I just have good things to just say about these books written in that era. And guys, that's all I have to say about this book. Do let me know if you have any books, any special requests you want me to review. I'll be doing just that. Thank you so much for watching. Please click on the like button so that YouTube recommends this video to other book lovers too. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Have you read this book? Let me know your thoughts. Share this video with your friends, share this video with book lovers, and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.